Before we begin our journey into one of the most influential books ever written, let's set the stage. It was the height of the Great Depression. The world was engulfed in economic despair. Banks were failing, fortunes had vanished overnight, and hope was a scarce commodity. It was in this landscape of doubt that a journalist named Napoleon Hill embarked on a mission given to him by the legendary industrialist Andrew Carnegie, to interview and study the most successful people of the age, from titans like Henry Ford and Thomas Edison to presidents and inventors, and to discover if there was a common, replicable formula for success. For 20 years, Hill dedicated himself to this task, and what he uncovered was not a secret of luck or privilege, but a powerful, underlying principle that anyone could use to change their life. The result of this quest was Think and Grow Rich. More than just a book about money, it's a book about the incredible power of the human mind. It's a masterclass in the art of turning thought into tangible reality. In this session, we will unpack Hill's timeless philosophy. We'll explore the 13 steps that have guided millions to achieve their personal and financial dreams. So, find a comfortable space, open your mind, and prepare to discover the secrets that have shaped the lives of the world's most accomplished individuals. This is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. What if the key to amassing great wealth wasn't just about hard work, or luck, or even specific skills, but was a formula, a secret that anyone could learn and apply? This is the compelling promise at the heart of Napoleon Hill's classic, Think and Grow Rich. Published in 1937, this book wasn't born from theory. Hill spent over 20 years studying more than 500 of the most successful people of his era, like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and John D. Rockefeller. He distilled their shared wisdom into a single, powerful philosophy. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful things, and when mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire, they can become a physical reality. So let's embark on a journey to uncover this philosophy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a blueprint for shaping your mind to attract the success you seek. Everything in this philosophy begins with what Hill calls a definite chief aim. This isn't a vague wish like, I'd like to have more money. No, this is a white-hot, burning desire for something specific. Imagine this desire not as a candle flame, but as a blazing bonfire in your heart. It's so intense that it becomes an obsession. Hill tells a powerful story of a man named Edwin C. Barnes, who had a burning desire to become a business associate of the great inventor Thomas Edison. Not to work for him, but to work with him. He had no money, didn't even know Edison, and arrived on a freight train. But that desire was so concrete, so powerful, that it eventually broke down all obstacles and he achieved his goal. How do you cultivate this? Hill suggests you do two things. First, determine the exact amount of money you desire. Be precise. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for this money. Nothing in life comes for free. Then create a clear, concise statement of your goal and read it aloud to yourself twice a day, once when you wake up and once before you go to sleep. As you do this, you must see yourself already in possession of that money and believe it. This isn't just positive thinking. This is programming your subconscious mind to work tirelessly toward that goal. The power of faith and autosuggestion. Now, a burning desire can feel fragile. Doubts creep in. That's where the second principle comes in, faith. Hill describes faith as the head chemist of the mind. It's a state of mind that can translate your desire into its physical equivalent. How do you build this faith? Through a process Hill calls autosuggestion, which is simply a fancy term for influencing your own subconscious mind. By repeatedly reading your definite chief aim, by visualizing your success, by feeding your mind with positive affirmations, you are essentially giving orders to your subconscious. You're telling it, this is real, this is happening. It's like a gardener carefully tending a seed, watering it daily with belief until it breaks through the soil of doubt. Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, but it doesn't reason like your conscious mind. It accepts whatever you feed it with feeling and repetition. So feed it confidence, not fear. Becoming an expert, specialized knowledge. You might be thinking, but what about knowledge? Don't I need to be an expert? The answer is yes, but not in the way you might think. Hill makes a crucial distinction between general knowledge, which is what you learn in school, and specialized knowledge, which is the specific knowledge you need to achieve your definite chief aim. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to get the specific knowledge you need and how to organize and use it intelligently. If your goal is to build a successful app, you don't necessarily need to be the world's best coder, but you do need to know enough about the process or know how to hire and manage the people who have that specialized knowledge. Successful people are never afraid to admit what they don't know. They simply go out and find the people who do. The power of your imagination. First, there's synthetic imagination. This is where you take existing ideas, concepts, and plans and rearrange them into new combinations. Most inventions are a result of this. It's like a chef creating a new recipe from known ingredients. Then there's the more mysterious creative imagination. This is where hunches, inspirations, and truly breakthrough ideas come from. Hill believed this faculty connects directly to the subconscious mind and even to a universal intelligence. This is the aha moment, the flash of genius. The key is to stimulate both. Don't just work hard, schedule time to think, to brainstorm, to daydream about solutions to your problems. Your imagination is the workshop where your desires will begin to take shape. The practical steps: organized planning and decision. A dream without a plan is just a wish, so once you have your burning desire, your faith, your knowledge, and your ideas, you must move to organized planning. Hill is very practical here. He says you must form a mastermind alliance. Remember Edwin Barnes? He didn't achieve his goal alone. He allied himself with Thomas Edison. A mastermind is a coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people who work toward a definite purpose in a spirit of harmony. It's a brain trust. You are borrowing the education, experience, and contacts of others to accelerate your own progress. Next, you need to build a practical plan and take decisive action. A plan can always be changed, but a decision to start cannot be postponed. Hill observed that a key trait of all unsuccessful people is the habit of making decisions slowly and changing them quickly. Successful people do the opposite. They make decisions promptly and change them slowly, if at all. Procrastination is the silent killer of opportunity. The final push: perseverance. And this is where most people fail. They start, they hit an obstacle, and they quit. That's why the final and perhaps most important principle is perseverance. Perseverance is not something you're born with. It's a state of mind you can cultivate. It's the ability to keep going when the desire has cooled, when faith is wavering, and when results are not yet visible. How do you build perseverance? Hill gives a simple four-step formula. First, have a definite purpose backed by a burning desire. Second, have a definite plan expressed in continuous action. Third, close your mind to all negative and discouraging influences. And fourth, cultivate a friendly alliance with one or more people who will encourage you to follow through with your plan and purpose. Perseverance is to character what carbon is to steel. It's the essential ingredient. The secret? Tapping the sixth sense. We've covered the tangible steps, but Hill dedicates an entire chapter to what he calls the sixth sense. This is the most elusive and philosophical of the principles. It's the door to the temple of wisdom. The sixth sense is that part of the subconscious mind which Hill refers to as creative imagination. It's the faculty that receives hunches, inspirations, and warnings that seem to come from nowhere. After you have mastered the other principles and you have learned to truly control your own mind, this door begins to open. You develop a kind of intuition, an inner guide that helps you navigate complex situations and avoid danger. Think of it as the culmination of the entire process. When your mind is tuned to the frequency of success through desire, faith, and perseverance, it can begin to receive insights from a higher source of intelligence. Your wrap-up, the alchemy of achievement. So let's bring it all together. The core message of Think and Grow Rich is not merely think positively. It's a rigorous 13-step formula for personal achievement. We've explored the most critical ones. It all starts with a burning desire for a specific goal, a desire that consumes you. That desire must be backed by the faith that you can achieve it, reinforced through auto-suggestion. You then acquire specialized knowledge and use your imagination to create a plan. You form a mastermind group, make decisive decisions, and execute your plan with unshakable perseverance. And through it all, you learn to listen to the wisdom of your sixth sense. This is the secret that Napoleon Hill uncovered. Wealth begins not in your wallet, but in your mind. You truly must think your way to growing rich. The obstacles are real, but they are not as powerful as a mind that is organized, focused, and driven by an unstoppable inner force. Your journey starts with a single, definite thought. What will yours be? Thank you for listening.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.